Hello everyone, Scott here, and welcome to, sort of Afterthoughts. We didn't live stream today, nor did we record the service, so I wanted to give you just a snapshot of the beginning of our summer series. And it's called Jesus, Champion of Faith. And I called today's teaching Messy Saints, because we're messy. Here it is. We're going to try and do it in 3 minutes. Hebrews 11 lists people of faith. From Abel all the way through to the followers of the early church. And there is a tendency, we have a tendency, and I think it's just human nature, but we have a tendency to elevate the people in Scripture to a place of near perfection. We highlight their good qualities and airbrush their bad qualities out. And then wonder why it feels like it's impossible to meet their standards. And when we do that, what we're actually doing is elevating them up to a level that is not real, not reality. And the danger of elevating anyone to a place of near perfection is that we risk seeing their actions as God's actions. Meaning, well, if this is what they did, then this must be what God would do as well. This must be how God would act. And what we have to remember is John, the disciple of Jesus, he said in his gospel in the first chapter that Jesus is the only one who has completely revealed who God is. That when we see Jesus, that's God, right? Now, going back to Hebrews, in Hebrews 11, it has this phrase, and a lot of people are familiar with this phrase, that it is impossible to please God without faith. What you need to realize is what it doesn't say. It doesn't say it's impossible to please God without perfection. Because it's not about perfection. We're all imperfect. What it has to do is faith in God. That's what it has to do. So, this list of people in Hebrews 11, what do they all have in common? It's faith. That's what they all have in common. They have come to a place in their lives where they go, come hell or high water, I'm following God. I'm going to follow God regardless of what happens. And they continue to pursue. They sincerely, as the writer says, they sincerely seek God in their lives. That's what they have in common. So the writer uses an excellent word picture of what a life of faith looks like. And it's like this. The writer says, and this is in Hebrews 12, right into 1 and 2, that first of all, I need to strip off every sin or that sin that so easily trips me up. We all have that sin or those sins that we just get snagged in all the time. And the writer says, try to get rid of that, walk away from that. Just push that out of your life. It's really being self-aware and acknowledging it. That's one. Number two is to run with endurance the race God has set before you. So there's a race each of us have to run. You can call it your life that you have to live out. And we are called to run that with endurance. And endurance means it's going to get tough at times. And it's just going to be some days, weeks, months, it might feel like you're having to put one foot in front of the other just to keep moving. And that's what you do. That's endurance. We just keep. But how does endurance work? Endurance has a goal. Endurance has something it's aiming for. And the writer says the third thing, we do this by keeping our eyes on Jesus. I focus on Jesus. Jesus is my objective, is my goal. That's who I'm pursuing. So that's what we do. And Jesus is the champion of our faith. This summer, we're going to have different speakers, different people speaking, highlighting some of the people in that list in Hebrews 11, and also in church history as well. Imperfections included, and highlighting what God did through them because of their dogged persistence in following Jesus. Hope you can tune in to us throughout the summer and join us. Come for a service and join us in person. We will see you guys later. You have a great day.